Hello. Sometimes a good story can inspire us to overcome incredible obstacles. Everyone can achieve amazing things with the right mindset. When you're faced with a difficult challenge, remember that there is always a way through. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Fighting through hardships is what makes us stronger. It's what makes us better people. So keep your head up and don't give up. You can accomplish incredible things. Today, we're going to be listening to a story of inspiration. Let's listen to this story about Jake. Try to identify what the pivotal point was that made him make the change, and how he did it. After that, we'll speak about the key to making difficult changes in our lives.
Breaking free. The neon lights of the city cast a haunting glow on the deserted streets as Jake, a young man in his 20s, stood outside a dimly lit alley. He shivered, partly from the frigid wind, but mostly from the anticipation gnawing at his insides. Jake was about to embark on a journey that would define his life, his struggle to overcome his darkest demons. Once, Jake had been a rising star, an aspiring musician with dreams of conquering the world with his guitar. But that was before the night he first touched the devil's elixir cocaine. It promised him the world, the high, soaring beyond anything music ever could. Now, Jake's music was silenced by the suffocating grip of addiction. His dreams had shattered into a million pieces, like shards of a broken mirror reflecting his fractured soul. But deep inside, the flicker of a desire for redemption still remained. As he hesitated in the cold night, a voice from his past echoed in his mind. "Jake, you can beat this. You're stronger than you think." Those were the words of his sister, Sarah, who had once been his confidant, his partner in music, and his unwavering support. With newfound resolve, Jake turned away from the dark alley and headed towards his sister's apartment. Sarah had promised to help him break free from the addiction that had consumed him for too long. They had been inseparable once, but now, the chasm between them felt insurmountable. As Jake knocked on the door, he wondered if he'd find the brother he used to be, buried beneath the wreckage of his mistakes. Sarah opened the door, her eyes filled with both hope and apprehension. "Jake," she said softly, her voice trembling with emotion. "I've been waiting for this day." Jake's journey to recovery began under the guidance of Sarah and a support group she had found for him. The days were grueling, filled with withdrawal symptoms and relentless cravings. But Sarah's unwavering support and the empathy of his fellow group members became his lifeline. Each day without cocaine felt like a small victory. He rekindled his love for music, strumming his guitar with newfound purpose. The notes that had once been tainted by addiction now resonated with the raw emotions of his struggle and the hope of recovery. But just as his path to recovery seemed clear, temptation lurked in the shadows. An old acquaintance, Tony, surfaced in his life. Tony had been his partner in crime, their addictions feeding off each other. "Come on, Jake," Tony urged. "Just one hit, and we'll reminisce about the good old days." Jake's heart pounded, and the familiar craving tugged at him. The memories of the highs they had shared threatened to overpower his newfound strength. But then, he thought of Sarah and the support group, the people who believed in him, even when he couldn't believe in himself. "I can't, Tony," he finally whispered, his voice quivering with the weight of his decision. "I can't go back to that darkness." Tony left, disappointed, but understanding. In that moment, Jake realized the power of his choices. He could either remain a prisoner of his past, or forge ahead towards a brighter future. Weeks turned into months, and Jake's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. He poured his heart and soul into his music, composing melodies that spoke of pain, redemption, and the human spirit's resilience. The city that had once been his downfall was now the backdrop to his story of recovery. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the city lights began to twinkle, Jake found himself on a stage, facing a crowd of strangers. His guitar was his weapon against the demons of addiction, and the lyrics he sang were a testament to his journey. The applause was thunderous, but it was the tears in Sarah's eyes that meant the most to him. She had never given up on him, even when he had lost all faith in himself. After the performance, a young woman approached him, her face etched with gratitude. "Your music saved my life," she whispered. "I too struggled with addiction, but your songs gave me hope." Jake realized that his journey had a purpose beyond his own redemption. His music could be a lifeline for others battling addiction. He started visiting rehabilitation centers, sharing his story and music with those in need. Years passed, and Jake's music became a beacon of hope for countless individuals on their own path to recovery. He was an inspiration to young adults, proof that even in the darkest of times, one could find the strength to overcome addiction and rediscover their true selves. As the years rolled on, Jake's past became a distant memory, a shadow of the man he had once been. He had triumphed over addiction, not by erasing his past, but by using it to build a brighter future. Jake's story serves as a reminder that with determination, support, and the power of one's choices, anyone could break free from the chains of addiction and emerge into the light of a new day.
Jake's story was definitely encouraging. I want to share an empowering idea with you today. It's about our ability to control our thoughts and emotions, and how this power can shape our lives for the better. You see, every emotion we experience, whether it's joy or sadness, is tied to our thoughts. Even our desires and habits are influenced by our thoughts. The exciting part is that we can harness this power to our advantage. When you become aware of your negative thoughts, you're taking the first step towards change. Ask yourself why you're feeling a certain way and challenge those thoughts. Are they based on facts or mere assumptions? Don't worry if you can't immediately replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Start with neutral or balanced thoughts and work your way up. It's a process, and with practice, it becomes more natural. What I want you to remember is this: you have the potential to eliminate those harmful thoughts, desires, and habits that might be holding you back. You're stronger and more capable than you might realize. With determination and the willingness to work on your thoughts, you can create a brighter, more fulfilling future for yourself. Embrace this journey, and let's unleash your full potential together. Thanks for listening to these whispers of wisdom. See you next time.
Overcoming bad habits and addictions is possible with the right support and mindset. Controlling our thoughts is the key, just like changing a channel on a TV. Sometimes, medical help is needed, and that's okay. Once we effectively control our thoughts, we can also control our feelings and desires. By doing so, we can eliminate any negative habits from our lives. Remember, anyone can achieve this, it's within our reach. With the right mindset and support, we can overcome any challenge. Believe in yourself and your ability to change for the better. Take the first step towards a healthier and happier life today. You have the power to transform your habits and live the life you deserve.